Hey, so 60 days ago I started recording on YouTube every single day. And I'm in my 50s and currently have alimony that I'm living off of. And I thought I would be in Southeast Asia by now. Here's why I'm still in Hawaii and why that's okay. So, reality check. 60 days of my 100-day video on YouTube challenge. And I'm in my 50s. I'll be pulling from my retirement in a few weeks. Um, my original plan was to be in Southeast Asia, specifically Thailand by now. Reality, I am still in Hawaii and I'm building and waiting for documents and things like that. So, and also, I don't have a digital product to offer my audience yet. And you know what? The whole point of these 100 days is to really listen to my audience and try to figure out what that digital product should be. And that's a great thing. And also now I'm super distracted. I'm so sorry because now there's noise in the background. And that's a challenge for me because ADHD and autism and having things happen when I'm in the middle of recording is just a challenge. So moving on, I just thought, so if it seems like I literally feel like right now internally. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So here we go. Yes, back to part two, and I have notes, of course, because was not trying to originally remember like all of this. So why I'm still here. So we'll talk. Turns out building something in your 50s means unlearning the hustle culture, unlearning that go, 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 in spite of how your body feels, how everything else is just keep on going is not a reality. It's not for me, not what I'm going to be, not what I can do. It's more spoons than I have. Spoons, if you're not familiar with spoon theory, it's basically talking about your energy expenditure. And yes, it's like I could have rushed being in Southeast Asia, um, but I feels like I would have arrived like without a foundation and without really the best financials that I could have, which I wouldn't be able to withdraw from my retirement easily. I would have been only, going um, from alimony, which is, not doesn't feel super secure thing to do. And another real talk thing, a late diagnosed autism and ADHD person. And really, I'm learning that, my timeline is not gonna match a whole lot of folks' timeline. It's just not gonna match like some 25-year-old digital nomad or influencer. And that's not my reality at all. And um, but what I do have is the advantage of life experience. Life experience. And while I may not know the intricacies and the in and outs of everything to do with ADHD and being autistic, I do know that I've gotten this far. 50 something years of raw dog in life. Okay. That's what I've gotten so far. And so I'm looking to really make things easier for myself. Okay. Thailand's not going anywhere. Vietnam is not going anywhere. So I can just like chill on all that rushy rush thing. Not a jam. So far, what these 60 days have taught me is that you can't sell people what they don't want. And daily posting has really helped me uh, find what resonates with people. And like every single day, every single is like a new input, it's new information, which is great. Fantastic. Thanks, Chloe, for the recommendation. Um, and my audience is still forming. Like people are still finding me. Like every single day, new people are finding me, and that's really wonderful. And so I think that product will emerge like from the audience, not just my assumptions of what will sell. Like that's yeah, sure, I could look up something on GPT, but that's based on my chats and just my things. It's not it doesn't have the other half of like the most important thing, what you want, what you're interested in having, what you want me to talk more about, right? I can't get that from GPT or from, DuckDuckGo, which is another search instead of Google. Um, and so, I'd rather spend like the next 40 days just chit chatting and having people drop comments or really looking through my analytics. And then after, at the 100-day mark, and then look at all the analytics and then make videos for you, what you will find interesting, what everybody's found the most interesting. And so, now we talk numbers, right? Brutally honest, that's the other thing. It's gonna be real talk around here. Here's some numbers. If I don't know numbers, I'll be like, here about, there about. Um, and also I have my phone here, so I might just look up, my analytics as I go through some of the notes. So my subscriber count started day one. I think it had me two subscribers. Now I have 29. The total views over the 60 days, I couldn't find, but I did find 28 days. It said 1K views. Monetization, no. Best performing videos were the ones on Tirzepatide and interestingly, just my Mele Kalikimaka, which was Merry Christmas in Hawaiian. Um, and worst performing, it was interesting. I couldn't find that, but there was a thing that said any videos that had major dips. It said no videos had major dips. So the I guess what that tells me is that the graph is pretty flat. I mean, it goes like this, like but it trends up, but just barely. So that's what I've been noticing with that. Um, Watch time patterns that I'm seeing is that in terms of that it's like people drop off after like the 3 minute mark, and I'm just like, okay, they're not interested in that topic, but that's not across. Well, I guess it would be across videos. So anyway, that says to me, get better at it. That's fine. I'm a beginner. I am totally okay with being a novice at this. I am a novice at this. I can only watch so much stuff, but what happens um with my channel is not necessarily going to be, what I read about what happens, right? Who knows? You just have to show up every day, see what happens. So current monthly YouTube income, zero. The gap, my goal is 3K per month in AdSense, and the current is zero, shortfall 3K. Um, so what this looks like so far in my 50s, maybe me as a neurodivergent queer person, Black woman that shows up as all of this, is that it looks like it's going to be slower. It's going to be steadier. And like, for reasons listed, I'm not going to be trying to pull the BS. Like, I'm not trying to be SE, right? I'm not going to um, show up as myself with low energy and low energy. Um, most of the time going to be inside because it's just a lot of noise when I'm trying to record and things like that. And even if there's noise in the background, that's even a problem. So it's like, I show up as I show up. And like later on, when I get in my own space, then I feel like, I'll have less stress. Right. So da, 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 what's happening with the retirement money? So there's that. So monthly burn rate. As I said, it's not the retirement money yet, actually. It's alimony. So the Hawaii rent is zero, living with a friend. YouTube tools so far, I've spent last week $89 for the year for Nexus Clips, which I'm learning how to use, and they're having some sort of issue with the audio matching the video. That's fun. Life expenses, mainly food stuff, to be honest. Oh, food and peptides. So buying Tirzepatide, which is 250 for the month. Uh, oh yeah, sorry. Food is like 400 a month, thereabout. As far as the math, what I intend to withdraw from my retirement for Southeast Asia, I was thinking originally um, 1 year's worth of expenses thereabout, but I think I'm actually going to take two just to be safe. So it gave me a lot of time to build my YouTube channel, connect with you guys. That's a hug, but connect with everyone and have community and make cool products for my community. Um, and also, like I said, maybe even a surprise job in Thailand or Vietnam as a cybersecurity analyst, generalist, or maybe even a penetration tester, intern, whatever, however they call it over there. Don't know, but we'll see. So that kind of covers my runway. So yeah, that on 2 years, which means I'm not going to be super budget, but I'm not going to be like top end living the queenly life either, just because I'll be taking out of my retirement for it. So there's that. And so let's see. Why retire in my 50s, right? Okay, first of all, this was not plan A. Was not plan A. My last little paycheck was in 2023. So if you want to say 50s, technically when I'm in my late 40s, I retired. But not really. I didn't retire up here. Up here is still in the hustle and grind of trying to, do more than, oh my gosh, I think at the time I had like 400 different job applications and things like that. Still on the hustle and grind. So is that being retired, semi-retired right now? One plan. But I do realize that trying to hustle and grind is not something I want to be. It's not sustainable. And I will say that 2020, my the identity theft happening and separating and divorcing, it changed everything. Like changed everything financially, mentally, directionally, the whole thing. Um, I'm not looking to build an empire, best out there on YouTube or uh, hundreds of thousands of dollars. No, no, I just some money and um, and also mainly in just like built in a way that doesn't make me feel like I have to perform being neurotypical anymore because literally I'm perimenopausal. I freaking just can't anymore. Like in terms of like out here, like raw dog in life, and not honoring being just the way I am is non-reality. So yeah, the whole advice about, especially when you're in your 50s, about, oh yeah, I just grind for 10 more years. No, grind for 2 more years, even that might be death. Don't do that. At least for me, I'm like, no, I don't know. That just makes no sense. So the digital product questions, I can tell you what I'm not going to be doing. I'm not going to have a course just to have a course because everybody has one. Get out here with that. I'm not gonna. The ultimate guide to X. I don't know. Well, the ultimate guide to blah blah blah. It could be a guide for people that are queer or neurospicy and black women and all that kind of thing. Maybe, but no. Generally speaking, that whole just one thing, the ultimate guide to, I don't know, Thailand. No. Launching a product before I understand my audience. No, not going to be doing that. Also, not going to be going above and beyond in somebody's corporate office either. And I'm not going to be following somebody else's launch blueprint. Nah. What I am going to do, what I'm going to do, I'm going to post daily and see who shows up. Read every comment. I'm going to, engage with everyone. Definitely look at my analytics because, por supuesto, why would I not? That's going to help me guide, that'll guide me with what I, helping me build my audience. And definitely build the relationships with you all first. And then maybe have a product somewhere later at some point. And then, let's see, day 100, I think I will have, like I said before, I will have enough data. I do believe data is important. Yes. So I think in terms of, in case, and also if you're a YouTuber like me, or you're a daily YouTuber like me, it's like now we know, it's like, oh yeah, these few things that we talk about are super important, which are your content, right? So for me, mine will be like personal finance in your 50s. Mine will be international living from retirement in your 50s. Career reinvention. Should I choose to? In my 50s. But even YouTube is a career. I'm in my 50s. This is what I'll be doing, and baby, best believe when I get overseas and off the stress off of me, I will be talking much more about neurodivergent life design. Okay, definitely. Um, and so my questions for you will be in the community tab if I have them. I'll start pinning comments. So also please comment below if you have um, questions, concerns, thoughts, all the things. And see what else. And wow, real lessons so far of 60 daily videos. Consistency matters more than I thought. Matters more than I thought. Yeah. Because initially I was like, oh yeah, let me just post like once a week. And let that, have to be perfect, perfect sound, perfect video, perfect thumbnail. No, just post every single day, get the data. Um, and yeah, being in my 50s is an advantage because guess what? Nobody younger than that they don't know about it yet. They don't know about being 50 yet. So I'm like, let me share. Let me share a little bit. And transparency about being neurodivergent. That's something that's I've learned is helpful to share. And going slow doesn't mean failing. And yeah, the products will come once I have more data from you all. What I'm releasing. Okay. Timelines that don't fit my nervous system. Okay, please. Also for you, please release all that for your own nervous system's sake. Okay. Comparison with anybody in their 20s, 30s, or even 40s. A baby. I can't compare. Can't compare. Now, I see somebody that's 50, 60, 70 out there doing the dang thing and mopping it up. Then I'll, look and see, what they're doing. But direct comparison to somebody younger, now they might have some know-how. Don't get it twisted. I'm gonna get the know-how. But a direct comparison, no, it's just silly talk. Silly talk. Don't be silly. Stressful. I'm not doing stressful. And oh yeah, letting go of any shame I feel about pulling from retirement. Sometimes I forget that I'm 50. I was like, there's a great many people in my family that did not make it this old. Mm, yeah. So there's that. So I feel no more shame about pulling money out of retirement savings. Maybe. I don't know. All right. So here's what I also want to say. If you are in your 50s and building, or should say rebuilding or rebuilding, It's not too late. Neurodivergent and doing things differently, you are not wrong. You are correct. Correct. You do not have to have a product yet. You're not behind. If your timeline has shifted, you have not failed. All right. So there you go. That's it for today. I will see you tomorrow. Okay. Aloha.